Alrighty then, good morning, good evening, good afternoon, and welcome one and all. My name is Michael, I'm the Dead Aussie Gamer, and welcome to Pathfinder 1st Edition, Reign of Winter, our epic and wintry tale featuring these wonderful and amazing people who I call my friends, my Patreons, and my players. Guys, say hello to the folks at home.
Hello.
Hello.
Hope you guys are doing well. It's good to see so many cool people in the chat as well. Cookie Mon Steve lurking away during a hard day's work. We got Metal Saiyan in the house. G'day, buddy. How you doing? We have Voltaria. Woo, good to see you. And, of course, the indomitable Schoolie, as well as our friend Crypt Walker. Great to see you, bud. It's good to see so many cool, fun, and amazing people here in the chat this evening. That is too bright. It's always too bright. Why are you my bright light? Go away. You're blinding me. Yes. Anyway, g'day. Hope you guys are doing well. I don't have a big tangent to go on this afternoon. As you guys have noticed, like during my pre-games, I tend to like run off on different tangents and stuff, but no, things are good. Things are great. Have nothing to talk about or go into at length. Other than, you know, my players are in for a bit of a treat today because, you know, I'm feeling in a very generous and happy mood. So maybe that'll translate to the dice rolls. Maybe Fantasy Grounds will be like, oh, hey, you know, good vibes and stuff like that. We don't need to, like, murder this table or anything. Hell nah. We're good, man. Oh, you guys are fucked. Anyway, so... before we kick off, guys, we have some people to thank. We have, of course, our lovely and amazing sponsors. We have Hero Forge for the wonderful art you see on screen, Sirenscape for the beautiful audio that you'll hear during the course of the game, and Fantasy Grounds for the VTT that brings all my players together for this fun and amazing game. Thank you to all of these guys who help us basically look as cool, amazing, and as fun as possible. Now, some of you may have noticed Dag's stuff is starting to look a bit dated, even though he hasn't changed anything. What does that mean? Well, it means the Dag is, at the end of these school holidays, going to be looking at doing the whole upheaval thing that I'm sure those of you who have been around long enough have noticed me do from time to time, where I just take out everything, delete all of my freaking OBS stuff, and start from scratch and then make something really cool. Because it's my show. I can do what I want. So yeah, and yeah, this will be a lot of fun. It'll be cool. Oh, Schoolie, you bloody legend. You know, I'm gonna do this right now. You ready? You ready? You ready? Just... embarrassment. There you go. That's for today. Thank you. I'll figure that out. I was having such a good day, and then that one came out. And then the one behind it was lust, so I couldn't even, like, you know. Anyway. So anyway, before we kick off, guys, we, of course, would not be here without the support of the patrons, who, again, just keep supporting the channel and help me turn my dream job into a reality. So thank you, of course, to my players. Their characters are the driving force of these adventures and these games. The story, of course, is the scaffold that needs to be climbed, but without my players and without their journey and their adventure, my God, that was loud. Without that journey and without that adventure, honestly, I don't know where we'd be. So, guys, I'm going to turn the ball over to you to introduce yourselves and the characters you're going to be starting to play, beginning with none other than Bectrin, the Dwarven Brawler, played by our dear friend Lucas, a.k.a. Mr. Game and Art.
Hello, and good morning. It's so weird to be the one starting. That doesn't ever happen. But yes, hi, I'm Lucas. I play Vectrin. He's a dwarf brawler. Man, he's been through some things with this group. And the giant pulsating ball shooting out of the smoke probably takes the cake. He spends a lot of his time trying to reevaluate his life choices and figuring out how he ended up here. But now he's just doing his best. You know, that's really it. He's doing his best, trying to get this done and get home. That's sort of where he's at this point.
Oop.
You guys have done this for long enough. I'm fairly sure you guys know what order you're in.
Marcus just got ejected.
Yeah, I think
from
we just
Zoom.
lost Marcus.
Oh, did we? Oh, no!
I was waiting. I was like, uh-oh.
Well, all right. Well, Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, that is Marcus the Storyteller, aka Private Henry Allen, a World War II soldier from America who was caught up in the heat of battle during a conflict with Rasputin and his men in a war camp in Siberia. Upon meeting our group, he was imbued with certain magical properties and powers and has decided to use those properties and powers in order to bring an end to the turmoil that found its way to his world through the Baba Yaga and the magic she wields. Joining our group, they have become a valuable member of the team, however has indirectly managed to host a number of different creatures, including a sentient rifle by the name of Lieutenant Yancey, or I think it was Lieutenant, right? Yeah, Lieutenant Yancey. And a creature made of spiders, the host spider of which is taking refuge in the inner ear of Private Allen, an evil entity that was a wizard devoured by spiders who then became the spiders. So that's horrifying. And yeah, that's played by Marcus the Storyteller. Hooray.
Yep, sorry, my Zoom crashed.
No, it's fine, it's fine, it's fine. All right, and then last but certainly not least.
Yes, it is me, Neil from Immersion Diversion. I'm playing Makar Viston and Asimar Magus. He, instead of using a sword with his magic, uses a bow. As he is an Eldritch Archer. He is from Irisen, from a town, west, I think. Yeah, west, called, Shasta. He was asked by some red caps, to go find the Baba Yaga after the Fae helped him in his town, from the queen, like a previous queen or something. I'm pretty sure that was what it was. He's been cursed by them, because they thought he failed. And so just to kind of give him a push, cursed him, to explode into blood spikes whenever he gets cut. Um, and so yeah, he's helping out the group. And we're ever so close to being able to free the Baba Yaga. And then no more red caps.
Yep, that is true indeed. The Baba Yaga is literally in hand. So yeah, it is only but a matter of time. Now, before we kick off, we have one last person to thank, and that is, of course, our lovely and amazing audience members. Guys, thank you for being here. Thank you for being part of the show and having fun with us. Now, before we kick off, we have some donations that you guys can use to help us keep supporting the channel, doing all the cool things, and having a good time. First of all, just by watching the show, you can earn channel points for free to use to influence the game while we play. These can be used for things like insight bonuses, wandering monsters, wandering bosses, divine healing, divine intervention. Some of this stuff has honestly been keeping my players alive far too long. So yeah, go check those out. Those are amazing. And subscribers, you earn channel points a little bit quicker, so always good. And then, of course, we have monetary donations, which you can use in order to influence the game while we play. For $5, you can donate a red mark to a player or a purple mark to me. These are hero points and jinx points. Hero points are used to stave off death, petition the DM for stuff that isn't in the rules, and roll with advantage. Jinx points can be used to counteract hero points, make bad guys roll with advantage, or complicate things ever so slightly. $10, I will draw from one of two decks of cards. The first deck is a deck of plot twist, where I'll insert a plot twist into the game. We currently have one from School AI called Embarrassment in play. The second is a deck of heroic actions, where a player of your choosing gets an emergency hero point and a free heroic action as listed on this deck of heroic actions. Then, of course, we have our $20 donation, which is the coveted golden natural 20, which is a critical success in what our heroes are attempting to do. And then we have our $50 donation, where there are potentially 3 rewards to claim here. The first is, of course, our magic item, where we give a character of your choosing a magic item, either of your design, my design, or just something from their wish list. We then have our boss buff, where we increase the difficulty of a challenge by a phenomenal margin. This is often used for, like, changing terrain, increasing, the strength of a bad guy, perhaps changing the parameters of what it needs to be victorious in the battle. Whatever it is a colossal change to what is happening and the like. Then, of course, our last $50 donation is a draw from the Harrow deck, which is a fortune-telling reading associated with one of the primary stats that we have in this game. So once we draw the reading, we read it, Ta-da! If our heroes choose to reject or accept it, whatever checks they need to do associated with that prophecy that they get will be at a critical success, regardless of rolls and stuff like that. They will also receive an extra d6 on any roll using the stat that is associated with the card, as well as once per scene getting a re-roll if they would like on a roll made with that stat. Then lastly, we have our $100 secret menu item. Now, our heroes are currently on a quest to try and go and find the Queens of Irison, who are, the former Queens of Irison, who apparently retain a little element of the Baba Yaga's power, and they're hoping to use it to crack open the seal, freeing the Baba Yaga and allowing her to, basically help save their world. Now, we are going to provide our heroes with a very unique thing. Now, our heroes each have specific weapons associated with their characters. We have Bectrin with his Danbong, we have Makar with his bow and arrow, and we have Private Allen with his firearm. Should we get the $100 secret menu item, I will provide our heroes with a buff that I know I'm going to regret. It is going to be called the Witch's Bane. Witch's Bane has 2 tiers. The first $100 is that they will have, as per the benefit of firing against any spellcaster, mind you, they will gain a +2 to the attack and +2d6 extra damage on making attacks with whichever weapon they choose to get blessed by the Witchbane weapon. The second tier is attacks by that weapon will cast automatically greater dispel magic.
Damn.
And the third tier, which I don't think we'll ever get to the third tier, but I create them nonetheless, just in case I get proven wrong. The third tier is each of these weapons will also be able to cast Mage's Disjunction using an attack action, which means that they can disable magic items, they can disable areas of magical energy and property, they can banish magic creatures and the like. This is what will be available. So today is the Mage Bane weaponry tier thing. So that's what we got going. All right. Honestly, half the time when I create these, it's both like, yeah, I'd really love for them to get this stuff, but it's also like I feel really bad because it is a lot of money. I don't want you to underestimate. Like, I have a good value of money, and a lot of this stuff is storytelling stuff. This is stuff for the game. You know what I mean? Like, and I know that I shouldn't feel bad about this, and those of you who have followed me for a while know that I always get like kind of in the about asking people to pay me to do what I do, but I do what I do. So I want something grand. I want something awesome. And every time like these $100 secret menu items go out there, which is, by the way, far more than I ever expected, I keep wanting to one-up myself. And in this game, we've been going for so long, and we've done so many of these secret menu items. We are coming so close to the the ultimate episode of stuff. That is 100% where I'm drawing these. Also, Cookie, this is also not a challenge for you, my friend. You calm the fuck down. The fact that you've blown your budget, bad, Cookie. But thank you. I appreciate that. And I will tell you this, Cookie. It is not the first or last time you will have situations where the secret menu item is beyond your grasp. But that just means other people have an opportunity to claim it. Or maybe our heroes don't get the big, powerful thing. And I don't need, 3 people rolling in with a tank to my final boss battle. Just saying. Putting it out there. Oh, speaking of which, Bectrin, can you make a note that around the final boss battle, I do want to give you a vehicle from the World War II section thing? Because that was a that was a secret menu item that was claimed, and I forgot to mention that before. Lucas? Oh God, he died. Lucas! Well, you know what? I liked him. He was a really good guy. Well, without any further ado, let us dive into today's session.
Thank you.
When there's something to be said about random chaos, Adam, and there is something to be said about what the fuck my players do. Anyway, without any further ado.
Hey, I resemble that statement.
You do resemble that statement. When last we left our heroes, they were within the Baba Yaga's hut, in a place known as the Grandmother's Cauldron. In order to free the Baba Yaga from her prison within the Marashoka dolls, our heroes needed to find and collect the remnants of her power that resided here in the cauldron. First, by slaying the Catoblepas and dousing the first layer in the poisoned blood of the creature, our heroes unlocked the first tier. Then, after searching in an abandoned and cursed city of undead, our heroes managed to take the second piece of layer off after having defeated and taken the crown of ice that the Baba Yaga bestowed to a would-be barbarian queen. The third, our heroes journeyed to a small island where they found an anathema, a dagger that contained the death of the Baba Yaga, and using it, broke the third seal. With the fourth seal now underway, our heroes seek out the old queens of Irison, the Baba Yaga's daughters who were deposed from their thrones in the land of Irison, but whose whereabouts up until now have been unknown. Together, our heroes hope to use their power and break, hopefully, the final seal. And with the Baba Yaga free, she can now go and claim her her evil and rampant daughter. The cavern our heroes found themselves in is pretty much the direct road towards the queens. But as our heroes made their way into a large chamber filled with mist, preferring to ride atop the mist instead of through it, they summoned their dragon Dreo. But a creature lurking within the mist managed to sense our heroes and flew out like a lightning bolt from the depths of the mist. A orb of plasmatic energy collided with the dragon, electrocuting our heroes and sending them flying. Now, if I recall, Bectrin, you fell off, yes? Bectrin's still gone. Bectrin has fallen off. Makar and Henry, are you still on the dragon?
Yes.
I think we had to do a reflex save, I think, and we succeeded.
All right, very well. In that case, we shall begin with combat as we roll initiative.
Ooh.
All right. We can turn that up a bit. All right. That's not. That's not right.
The music goes to our death.
It sounds very military. It sounds very execution-y. Let's go with. What's a good one? Ooh. Haven't heard this one. Let's go. Yeah, okay, I dig it. All right. So again, this giant ball of plasma has hit your dragon. You are trying to maintain control, but it is very difficult. Now, the first thing you notice is something very odd. All the metal on your body is starting to pull almost towards this ball of energy. No matter how much you're wearing, or no matter what weapons you have on you that are. Bectrin, I actually don't think you've got that much metal on you, if I'm not mistaken.
He's still not back yet.
Rip.
He said he'd be back, like, he said BRB like 10 minutes ago.
That's fine. All right. I don't think he is, so I think he's fine. But otherwise, everyone else, you kind of feel like the pull of a lot of the metal towards this thing. All right. First on our list is Henry. Also, don't mind me, I'm taking a selfie, but I can hear you. Go.
Bectrin is falling off, correct. Okay, so we're still flying, like, forward, right? So, or, like, is the thing, like, within Dreo's space, so if I, like... Alright, so what I want to do is I want to use my repositioning bullet, shoot the slime, then shoot Bectrin, so that way while Dreo's traveling, he lands right back on Dreo.
Okay. Make a acrobatics check, I guess.
Acrobatics, huh?
Yeah. So basically what you're going to do here is you're going to kind of try and swing to the underside of Dreo as Vectrin is falling.
No, I want to shoot the slime and then shoot Vectrin with my juxtaposition bullet so they swap places, so that way Vectrin lands back on Dreo.
Yeah, but both of them are underneath the dragon. You know what I mean? If you're on top of the dragon, you're not gonna...
Yeah. Alright. Acrobatics.
Alright,
That is
easy
a
done.
44.
Yeah, easy done. You begin to scale down the various like magic items and like things that are on Dreo, adorning him like a fortune dragon. As you swing under, you take aim, and you are going to fire at both Vectrin and the plasma thing. Now,
So
what is the goal here? Because if you swap their positions, Vectrin's still going to be falling.
Okay, well, I thought that the slime thing was at our level at this point. I thought that's why he got knocked off, because it jumped up in Dreo's way.
Oh, no. So, basically what happened was the Dreo got electrocuted. So wings and body sort of spasmed, and that's what kind of launched everyone off.
Okay, well then the juxtaposition bullet will not help in that case.
Okay, if you want to go with that idea, don't forget you can shoot objects as well, and it still works for that. So what I could say you could do here is
this the leg tight above us?
that's not an object, that's part of the terrain. Because it's one, it's like teleporting the cavern, you know what I mean? But you could potentially work with Kyrie or Makar, get them to like toss a coin into the air or something like that, and then use that juxtaposition.
Yeah, I want to do that.
Sure. I'd say for the purposes of this, you're going to delay till after Vectrin, which is fine. Vectrin is falling. Do we have Lucas back? Nope. Maybe? No. That's easy then.
Yeah, I'm here.
Are you there? Okay, cool. You're falling, Vectrin, and it seems like Private Allen is taking aim at you.
Sweet. Vectrin's not going to know what the heck's going on there. But I would like to use, if I can, my fancy new light skate boots that I got.
Yep.
To basically skate my way back up there.
Nice. You tap your feet together, and a rail of light comes out of your legs, circles around, and heads back up towards Dreo. Private Allen, you do see this. And remember, we delayed your action. We didn't ready anything, so you will get a turn after Vectrin.
Okay. Well, that makes that easier. I forgot he had those.
Fair.
I was just excited to get to use them.
All right. So you are basically able to effectively fly in this area, but Vectrin, you've just used a move action. You still have your standard action remaining.
Okay. Is anybody else falling, or are they all good?
We were all good.
I think we're all good.
Yeah, it was just you.
Yeah, so honestly, just getting back to Dreo at this point, because I feel like he's not going to think there's much he can do against this floating orb of horribleness. So yeah, just getting back to Dreo at this point is the goal.
Okay, done and done. Wouldn't be hard, but you do end up back at Dreo. All right. Henry, you're up.
Henry, you see him back to just skate up. Oh, I forgot you could do that. Okay, that makes that less stressful. And he's gonna turn his gun onto the thing and just do a full round. Just shoot him.
Okay.
Ooh, all hits. But how much is it gonna resist?
Well, we're about to find out.
It's gonna resist it all. Wow. Partially resisted. 15.
All right.
Yay. Yep.
5, 3, and 4 damage after your bullets sink in one after the other.
And then, as a swift action, I'll reload. Because I have lightning reload.
All right, very nice.
That's
Lightning
it.
reload, done and done. Okay. All right, we're gonna go to Dreo. Dreo does not like this creature. It is going to lean backwards and use its breath weapon.
Nice.
Let's see. Resistance.
Also,
Ooh,
Michael,
nice.
we
Okay.
can't see you.
What's that?
We can't see you on Zoom.
Oh, there you go. Apologies. Okay. All right, done and done. So he fails that check, which means 18d4 damage. Okay, that is 43 points of damage with a resist of 30. Wow, okay. So that is 13 points of fire damage to the ooze as Dreo opens up his mouth, and you watch as just this shower of like red hot molten metal just like sprays into the ooze. It does do damage, but does not finish it off. Dreo is caught just as surprised as everyone else is, because that was a large amount of like fire. As we then go to Makar.
All right. Noticing that we're not doing much to this thing, and also that we're all the metal on me and Alan is kind of feeling like it's getting pulled. I wish to find out what this thing is.
All right, dungeoneering, if you would.
Heck yeah. 24.
24. Your target number is 25, unfortunately.
Can I use a hero point?
Absolutely, you may. Go for your reroll, and thank you again to our audience members for donating the hero points.
Remember, we're in
Aha.
first edition, so that hero point
Yep.
could just be used for a +4 to pass
Also
it.
that. But either way, both ways you pass. All right, you identify this creature as a plasma ooze. A gargantuan ooze that is massive and devastating. They are mysterious extraterrestrial beings made of superheated electromagnetic sludge. While their origin is not fully known, it is widely accepted that plasma oozes are not of this world. Some scholars believe they dwell in the sun. Others maintain they hail from the plane of fire. Plasma oozes have been encountered in both of these locations in the past, which does little to solve the debate of their true origin. A plasma ooze flies by somehow interlacing gravity within itself and the magnetic waves it controls, drifting through the air in a manner similar to a jellyfish. This creature's only real purpose is to consume, and prefers to do so by drawing prey into its fiery, electrified core. Scholars find it curious that while a plasma ooze can only attract and repel metallic substances, the only thing it is able to digest is organic matter, and rather slowly, in fact. Survivors of plasma ooze attacks are rare, but such victims describe the pain of being struck by one as being pulled apart piece by piece on a molecular level. Wounds left by a plasma ooze touch resemble hideous melted burn scars. So basically what you know is that they have a magnetic aura, and they have the burning electric pulsy damagey thing.
Okay. Then I get an idea, because I'm not sure. It's like, so we're being pulled, but we can actually move. So I'm wondering if I put something out there that can't move that's made of metal, maybe it can pull the slime away from us.
Hey Neil,
Yeah,
don't forget your Sunday lesson.
I know. I'm wondering if I can use my ability that I was given from it's called the Sturdy Arrow. And it's got immovable rod arrows. If I shoot them behind them and kind of like cause them to stay in the air, like if I do a whole round kind of next to each other and shoot 4 arrows, if I can basically try to make it so that the slime gets pulled away since they can't be moved. Maybe the slime will move towards them instead of us.
I'll give you a minute on that one.
Oh.
Do you remember? So a few things. Remember, number one, what do I say in regards to, hey, here's a solution that completely overrides the encounter by, you know, just doing a thing that doesn't require any checks? What do you reckon?
I mean, it was just an idea, but
No, it is. But we're playing around with ideas. So number one, it's at a disadvantage when approaching your GM using said idea. That's
Okay.
without saying whether the idea is smart or not. Number two, the creature draws things in towards it. It is not drawn towards things.
Oh, okay. Well,
Right? Which was one of the things.
Well, that's
that
why.
was, which
That's
was one
why I
of
was
the things-
wondering about the immovable aspect of the arrows.
Correct.
Just
So
thinking it
basically,
would-
if something's not moving towards it, it doesn't immobilize it. Does that make sense?
Oh, okay.
Because
Yeah,
how would
that
it
makes sense.
immobilize it? Yeah.
Okay. In which case,
and last and not least,
sorry.
it still has the ability to fire lightning and fire at people. So it
Okay.
does nothing to stop that. So, great idea.
Right.
As in, it is a very clever thing, but it lacks the functionality to help you in this situation.
Okay. In which case, the only thing I can really do then is basically also just attack it. But hearing that it lives in, like, sometimes, like, we think it might live in a sun, but also it's like electricity and like molten stuff.
Sure.
Would Makar assume maybe it might be weak to cold?
You can make that assumption if you'd like. It's up to you.
Is
I mean, you
there an
assume- I'm sorry, go on.
Is there an elemental that does cold damage?
Is there... Yes.
I mean, I know there's like water elementals.
And
I
ice
didn't know if
elementals?
there was like ice
Because
elemental.
ice is
Okay.
an element.
Yeah,
feel
no,
like-
I'm just.
I feel like
Yeah,
you lit...
okay.
So Neil, and I'm just gonna laugh. I'm gonna laugh about this. Neil, can you tell me what the last thing your group fought was? I'll give you a clue.
Literally in this
You can
cave.
have a look at the map if you'd like to.
Oh yeah, no. Okay, sorry. I just
What were you fighting? Just out loud. Big boy
an
voice.
ice elemental.
How many?
Like 4 or 5 of them.
Okay. So yes, no,
Alright.
there are cold elementals for sure.
Hey Neil,
Okay,
what killed Kite?
Yeah,
Anyway.
what killed Kite? That was true. That's true. Kite died to a
I'm assuming ice elementals have to be on the ground or some kind of surface, though. How
You can't
close
summon
are we to
them
the?
in
Yeah, no. How close are we to the ceiling or towards the ground?
although
I can't really see the ground.
So here's a thought. Ice elementals don't have a fly speed, per se.
Yeah.
But suffice to say, there could be something clever you could do here, and I'll pitch this as an idea. If you need a solid surface to attach it to, you could potentially ask for help, because Kyrie still has nothing to do, because Kyrie is here but not here, to throw
Yeah.
water onto a location, like a wall or the ceiling in this case, then summon your ice elemental there. What it would then do is it would freeze the ice and create a surface that it could potentially adhere to, similar to like, you know, how like ice kind of like when you have like water
Yeah.
and ice, you know, freezes and touches in place. So I would actually say that you could potentially argue that to be a way to summon an ice elemental onto a non-horizontal surface.
Okay. So basically, I would then get ready with my bow, because basically what I'll be doing is doing summon monster, or
How many
doing the
Isn't summon a monster a one-round action?
I think it's just a standard action, unless
Can
me
you-
doing the
Can you double check?
the knowledge check was a knowledge. Yeah. Oh, sorry. I have to look it up from
Oh, did your thing not work?
archives. No, it did work. It's just it doesn't have Unless it's under like.
It's under spells. Summon monster. So.
Well, no, it's not. It's not summon monster. It's called servitor.
Servitor.
It's a occultist spell, like ability. It works like summon monster, except it only summons
Cool.
one creature rather than a bunch.
Okay, yeah.
But I think it's under special ability. So let me look under.
So what summon monster level? Do you know?
It's this summon level 5, and it's elemental large.
Okay, summon monster 5. Here we go. It is a 1-round action for the summon monster spell, which means you can't use a move action or any other action up and for the entire round.
But it says for servitor, because
Yep.
it's a conjuration base focus power servitor. As a standard action, you can expend 1 point of mental focus to summon a servitor.
Sweet.
This ability functions as summon monster 1, but you can use it to only summon a single creature that lasts for a minute.
Fantastic. So that overrides that, which is easy. So,
Yeah. Great.
standard action, okay, you summon the servitor, but you still don't have the water.
Well, I was gonna wait until I was gonna
go-
basically
ask Kyrie?
aim at the ceiling and ask Kyrie if she has any water to throw at
Perfect.
the ceiling.
Yeah, easy done. Ready to action. You're ready to summon the servitor. Kyrie will take her action now. She'll throw the vial of water in the air. As it splashes onto the ceiling, you immediately fire your arrow, and as it does so, the elemental. How big is it?
It's a large, and Grax pops out of the ceiling as he kind of casts it as he throws his magic at the ceiling. Then, because it's through Grax that I cast the magic. And I will spend it.
Elemental large. There we go.
Yeah.
Okay, question. What are you hoping for it to do?
I was gonna command it to attack the plasma ball.
Alright, you know it's a CR5, right?
Yeah. I
Okay,
mean,
cool.
it's still cold. Yeah, I'm still hoping for the cold damage, but
Okay.
yeah.
No, it's fine.
If he dies, I could do another one. So
No, it's fine. It's a CR5 versus a CR16.
yeah, I know. I mean, it's just something that helps us fight.
True.
Yeah.
All right, the elemental. So it won't summon right now. It'll summon 1 round later. So start of your
Okay.
next round. All right, the ooze.
Because I can't control it this round yet.
Is going to take a blast at Dreo. Will hit Dreo with his plasma bolt for some lightning and fire damage. Similarly, Dreo manages to resist, but there are 3 more bolts that are coming Dreo's way. Ooh, that one will miss. So it needs a 4 to hit, so that's not great, but, you know, still. Oh, another miss.
Oh.
Oh, maybe it needs higher. What the hell? Why did that first one hit?
It's the subtractions, isn't it?
It
There's
doesn't
still
get
some kind of.
subtractions.
Oh.
Weird. Okay, well, there you go. 4th attack. I'm not going to argue with it. What is happening? Hold on 1 second. Dreo's AC is 35. His touch AC is 8. Oh, hold on.
The plasma ball's attacks, not a touch.
D4 plasma rays. Oh, right. Okay, I see. So it's just okay, so it doesn't roll them automatically. I need to roll the D4 first. That's why it's weirding out. So it only makes 2 attacks. So 2 attacks will hit. So the first blast does hit for the damage that I've listed. The second blast hits for 20 damage. Okay, cool. There you go.
Yeah, Skule brought this up, and actually, yeah, I think you attacked the ball of plasma
did
by
I?
accident on the first roll,
Oh,
because it says you unidentified. So that's why you hit.
Oh, there we go. Okay, cool. There we go. That'll work. Okay, cool. I think I've got it now. But yes, either way, I should have rolled the D4 first, so it's only got 2 blasts this round. That's how he gets blasted. But he only takes 34 damage this round, which isn't bad. It's not terrible. Dreo does not like it. However, because of his... because he is covered head to toe in metal, he is going to be engulfed.
Ooh.
Now, the ooze is now crawling over Dreo from the chest and stretching outwards. The metal on his body is pretty much creating a beautiful place for it to crawl and engulf. So he needs to break free, but he will take another lot of damage, which is 12 damage. Plus he will be constricted. Wow, okay, which is that plus 19. Interesting. Okay, so that's this one here. For 30 damage. Okay, so two blasts, then the automatic engulf, and then the automatic constrict as it's starting to wrap around Dreo. Dreo is still okay. Less than half hit points taken so far. But the ooze is now trying to consume Dreo. Bectrin, you are up next.
All right. So, since the ooze was nice enough to come right up to us,
Oh, yeah.
Bectrin is going to attempt something that he has not had a chance to do this entire game. And I'm going to attempt...
Show his
Bectrin is
approval?
basically... What's up?
Nothing, it's fine. Carry on.
Show his approval. Bectrin is going to take his Dan Bongs and hold them both between his hands, and then bring both up, and then slam them down as hard as he can into the ooze and attempt knockout on this thing.
Ooh.
Could you... what's the effect of knockout?
It becomes unconscious for 1d6 rounds.
Okay. Is that all that effect does?
Yeah, they have to make a saving throw, and then if they fail,
Unfortunately,
they fall unconscious for
I will
1d6
say that
rounds.
Bectrin, being a dwarf, would know that oozes have no consciousness. They cannot be rendered unconscious. They're destroyed when they die, or when they hit 0.
Interesting.
Yeah, they have like no brain or no self-awareness or anything like that.
Yeah, because all it says is that the only thing it doesn't work on are things that are immune to critical hits, basically.
It is also immune to critical hits.
Well, shit. Well, then I have no idea, because I can't hurt this thing.
We can hit it normally,
Great.
but
Yeah, I can hit it normally, but it's an ooze, and I do bludgeoning damage, so I can't imagine that's going to go well.
it's true. It's not great.
Okay, let's see. Just trying to think if there's a way for me to try to peel it off of Dreo.
Would
Probably
you like a
not,
hand?
though. Yeah, because right now I'm literally
Sure.
useless against this thing.
All right. Now, one thing I do love as a DM is the opportunity to help my players expand the mindsets of our characters. Quite often, we'll look to our character sheet, try and figure out what exactly we can do, and when we come up short, we kind of can feel that sense of like, well, our character can't do anything, so I'm just going to chill. However, the world itself provides ample space for us to be able to create and tell this story. For example, the area behind our heroes, where they had previously come from, is covered with ice. Specifically large shards of ice that, come out from the jutting rocks and the things. The floor is made of ice and the like. Now, Dreo, being a very large and heavy beast as it is, might actually find a good way to be able to be directed to fly over the ice and basically just body slam this creature into it, or fly and sort of like shear the creature from underneath it along the ice as well, which definitely would apply some cold damage as well as that whole floor. Now, instruction is a thing, but you could also pilot, technically, as he is a mount presently, Dreo to do this, if you would like.
Yeah, sure, let's do that.
All right. You make your way towards the head of Dreo, who is, by the way, still panicking. I need you to make me a ride check. This is both to try and bring Dreo under command, as well as to begin your flight towards the location in question. Brilliant! Fucking nailed it. All right.
Nice.
Dreo hears your command. Basically, as you grab hold of his horns, you're like, trying to drag him and twist him around a little bit to like ride him away. He does indeed follow suit. His movement is 200 foot pour, which means he has to. Oh wait, I know what to do. Schoolie taught me how to do this. So he has to 1, 2, 3. Here, you. Why are you being difficult? I want more. So that's 90 foot. $180. 180 and 200. All right. So Dreo is flying to about here in your movement. You can do a second movement if you would like and drive Dreo. Don't keep holding after the first waypoint. Okay, cool. Thanks, Gulia. You can now drive Dreo into that ice if you would like, or you could get Dreo to do it for you.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not doing anything else, so I can use the double move to get him over there.
Okay. So, 50. Let's see. So, can you count this out for me? So, that's 20 foot. That's 60 foot. That is 90 foot. All right. That is 150 foot. Okay, cool. So you're dragging across 150 foot of ice. As Dreo scrapes this creature on his belly.
Damn.
Okay. Bectrin, could I get you to roll me 15d6 cold damage?
Whoa.
All right, I can do that. That's so many. All right, 15. Here we go. That's 1. You just want me to drop it in chat?
Yeah, just in chat's fine.
Jeez.
Okay, what do we have? 51. 51 plus 25 is 75 damage to the plasma ooze as it is dragged along the ground here. Basically, you watch as bits of it start like sort of shearing and ripping off. It is not looking great as like lightning is sort of crackling, but the ice is kind of melting as well. Henry, you're up. You guys are over with it. I will move.
Yeah. Oh, poor ice elemental. He's not.
Is there perhaps in the spot above the ooze like a stalactite of ice?
Sure.
I would like to shoot it to break it down and have it fall on the ooze.
All right, make your attack.
Alrighty. 48.
Easy done. All right, roll me 4d6 damage.
Woohoo.
He's gonna get a reflex save, but I doubt it'll help. Nah, doesn't help. All right, 46 damage.
Eight.
Eight times, so that's 12 damage. All right, the ice. Oops. The ice does 12 damage to the plasma ooze as it embeds in its body. All right, done and done.
Yeah.
Dreo is going to slam the crap out of this thing. Full attack. All right, Dreo lands all the hits. So I'm gonna do these hits first, and then I'm gonna do the cold damage. So, let's see. Bugger all damage. No damage. No, 2 damage. No damage. No damage. And no damage. All right, then Dreo, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, does 66 cold damage. All right, that's 18. 18 plus 9 is 27 cold damage to the ooze as he basically is thrashing around, stomping, squeezing, crushing. He basically is roaring to try and get this thing off him as best he can, but it is just stuck, magnetized to all of the metal armor and stuff. As we then go to Makar.
All right. So the slime is off of Dreo now.
No, not at all. As I just said
Oh,
2
okay.
seconds ago,
Sorry.
it is adhering to the metal in his body.
Gotcha. I was just making sure. After we tried to scrape him off.
Again. Yep. Yeah.
Okay. I'm going to try and shoot the slime with a arrow with a snowball on it.
Okay.
But first I spend a swift action to put a point on my bow, giving it icy burst.
Sure.
And so now my extra damage is ice damage or cold damage.
Mm-hmm.
And then I will do that, and I will cast snowball.
Did you have all of this when you decided I want to summon an ice elemental?
Yeah.
Okay.
You
Alright,
know,
so I gotta
I
shoot
love
the-
playing with you for silly stuff like that.
I just. That's
Nice.
it. Well done. I can't begin. I just don't know where to start.
Okay, so this damage first, and then this damage.
Wait, was that cold damage? Why is that being resisted?
Is he resistant to spell?
Oh, he's resistant and he's weak.
Oh, what?
Ah. Yeah, he's resistant to cold damage and he's weak to it. So if you do end up doing damage, then it is thing, which actually means no, it's fine. I
It
didn't
would just
calculate it.
be neutral then, wouldn't it?
No, because weakness increases the damage by 50%, and then resistance 30 straight up. So it'll knock 30 off, and then anything you do extra will carry forward.
Okay,
That's
so
weird.
does my bow and spell do damage at the same time then?
Yes.
Okay, so technically it would be 41 cold damage then.
41 cold damage,
Yeah.
but you only did 21 damage.
Because of the spell and the attack.
Yeah,
From
no,
the
but the
bow are
cold damage is going to be the
nice.
cold damage. Your arrow is still going to be the regular arrow damage.
But my arrow also has cold damage on it. Because I added the
okay,
icy
so
burst.
where's your arrow damage?
It's the 20 that's second.
Oh, right, I see what you're saying. Okay, cool. So that would be 41. So that'd be 11 points of damage. Then increased. So 11 to 16 damage. Okay, cool. I'm with you. And because it
Okay.
calculated 4, so that's another 12 damage. Okay, cool. Yep. I'm with you. Bam. All right, sure.
Sweet.
All right.
Nice. And that is my turn then.
I'm so Ronry. So Ronry. Ronry and Riri are
I'm sorry.
You watch as the ice elemental you summon, now 400 foot away from any actual useful thing, with only a puddle of water to stand in. He sits there, amongst the mist, doing absolutely sweet fuck all.
Hmm.
He starts making a snowman. Do you wanna build a snowman?
You can't like make an ice path to
I
like move
wanna
along
make a
it.
snowman.
You are a snowman.
Alright, yeah, he doesn't make ice paths. He can't shape or
No.
use spells to conjure ice. He has
He
no
can burrow.
powers. Yeah, he can burrow. Yeah, okay, cool. He burrows 20 foot.
He just buries himself in dirt. He's like, well, guess I'll just dig myself a grave.
Yep, guess I'll die here. There you go. He digs himself to there.
Hey, if it's still alive when he gets here and has the finishing blow, that's amazing.
Neil, he
I know,
cannot
just-
physically deal with the fish. Anyway,
Hey, I don't know. I was just.
I know you don't know. That is the one thing I guarantee you. Anytime you sit at my table, it's the one thing I can figure out about you clearer than any other information I've ever learned about you as a human being is that you don't know what the fuck is going on or what you're doing. Absolutely can guarantee. Don't worry. That communication has happened very clearly. Understood, Chief.
Chief's here?
Anyway. The plasma ooze. Let's see how many lightning bolts it gets. Kablam.
One.
It has 2.
Please. Damn.
Alright, so it is going to make 2 against Dreo again. Because Dreo's the target, I guess. Dreo is struck. Which he's resisting it. He roars in pain, but he holds on. He gets zapped a second time. Dreo is hit. Alright. Being engulfed, he is automatically going to take some extra damage as the effects continue to ensnare and engulf him. Dreo is doing okay. He is definitely injured, but he is hanging on for dear life. That is that. That is the ooze. It is digesting Dreo. Bectrin, you're up next.
All right. I assume, as you described previously of this region of the cavern that we're in, that there are stalagmites and stalactites made of ice. Yes?
Correct?
Yep, I dropped one on already.
I would like Bectrin to, with his massive dwarven muscles, I have a strength of 30, which is ridiculous, rip one of these things up and just slam it into this fucking ooze as hard as he can.
Alright, sure. Dreo's like, ah! You're hitting an ooze on top of the dragon.
I'm sorry, I'm trying to help you.
Stay
Stand
still, this is for your own good.
Let me
It's like when
help
somebody
you.
has a bug on their head and they're like, hold still, and then you slap them in the face to try to get it.
That's it.
It's that. That's
Yeah,
what we're doing.
Exactly. Okay. Make a melee attack. Just make a melee attack. Don't use your Dan Bong bonuses, obviously. Because you're using a...
Yeah, I'll just do unarmed. Is that cool? If I have, where the hell is unarmed? Where's my unarmed strike? Oh my god.
You accidentally delete it?
No, move. No, that's the damn bomb. Where the hell? Mm.
Might just be called fist. If you-
Yeah, I don't have anything that says that it's unarmed. They're all weapons.
In your combat section, there should be a melee section
Okay.
on the combat
Let's do
tab.
that. There we go. Melee. I'll just drag that over.
That it? It's news. You're not gonna miss.
Sweet.
All right. Roll 2d6 plus your strength.
All right. That is. All right. So let's tippity type that in there. 2d6. All right.
Okay. Done and done. So he is going to resist all of that damage.
Well, I tried, guys. I'm gonna
You
go
did it.
sit over there and have a drink. Yeah.
All
Call me if you need me.
right. Henry, you're up.
All right. This thing's a major pain in the ass. I am just gonna have to pull out one of my hard-hitting abilities just to. Really don't want to use these that much, but I'm gonna use the mythic power for my champion striking distant barrage. And what that does is I can make this in addition to any other attacks I make this round, and when making this attack I ignore target's cover and concealment other than total cover, and I add my tier to the attack roll, and then damage from it bypasses all damage reduction, and I make it at my highest attack bonus.
Nice. Love it.
So there's that. Yeah, like you said, can't really miss it. So it will take, because it does bypass all damage reduction. Ooh, that's 22.
Okay. So
Nice.
22 minus, so that adds 15 to that, which is 22. Yeah, nice. Okay, so let's see. That's 80. 185. Nice. All right. The plasma ooze is not looking great. It is starting to crumble and fall apart at the seams.
Okay, that was just a swift action. Then I'll just full round, just to. I don't know what the heck happened there.
Natural 20.
Oh, critical threat, but it's immune to crits, so
It is immune to crits.
unfortunate.
And a hit.
That's 3 hits that are all normal damage, unfortunately, but there we go.
All right. Done and done. A series of attacks just slowly but surely start to whittle away at it as we then go to Dreo. Dreo once again unleashing his full draconic fury. Ooh, with a critical threat and a critical fumble. Okay, so we're gonna do the. Let's see. What did he fumble on? He fumbled on the wing attack. Oh, I think that's nice and easy though, because if he fumbles on the wing attack, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Pick a number between 1 to 5. Bectrin.
Let's go with 3.
1, 2, 3. Okay. Brutal collision. Fort save or he's stunned. Where I'm going to treat that as fort save or his wing is broken. Which shouldn't be too bad unless he rolls like garbage. No, he's fine. Okay, cool. Yep. Okay, so damage. 1 bite. A little bit of damage. 1 claw. A little bit of damage. 2 claw. A little bit of damage. 1 wing. And a critical tail swipe. Which is no damage. Dang. Alright. No oh yeah, because he didn't crit. That's right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 cold damage. Which unfortunately he takes no damage from. Dreo is frantically panicking at this point because he is unable to break free. He's at this point, as much as he's attacking, he's trying to peel it off him, but it just isn't doing so. Dreo's slamming it on the ground and trying to do a lot of damage. Yeah, he is going to he's going to kind of prepare to kind of like try and take off again, but he isn't at the moment. All right, Makar, you're up.
All right. So first, swift action to spend to cast meta magic or what is it called? Arcane Meta Mastery from my mythic tier stuff. So I'm going to be using Elemental Spell to turn for the next 10 turns all of my spells into cold damage, and it does not cast it at a higher spell or anything, so I can just do it normally.
Nice, love that.
I'm going to be casting, as I aim my bow at this thing, I'm going to be casting Mythic Scorching Ray. So another point to do Mythic version, which is 66 instead of 46. And it'll all be cold damage. So, let's get that on there. I'll take the 2 points off after. So I will first shot.
All right.
That's a 41.
Yep, that'll hit.
So this, oops, I gotta go back to, there it is. So instead of, oh, I guess I could change it to say cold. Sorry. For now. Cold. There we go. So this is gonna be 66 plus my arrow damage. So that's 43 cold damage
Okay.
for the first
so that
for the first ray.
So that would be 13 cold damage. Yep, cool, done.
Second arrow. Do I do it with the next increment, so 21 instead of the 26?
Yep.
Okay, just double checking. Ooh, 38.
Nice, solid hit.
Oops. And then yeah, so another. $38 points of cold damage.
Okay, so that is 38. So that is 8 plus 4 is 12. Okay.
And then last one, because I get 3 arrows. Holy crap. Nice, 33.
Nice, solid hit. All right, do your damage. Uh, 18 and 24.
24. So it's 42?
That is enough to kill it.
Holy crap.
All right, the ooze basically becomes inert, transforms into this viscous pink slime, and melts into the ground. Dreo stomps on it a few times, scratches at the ground. The ice is melted, and so it's mixing with this purple goo, so it just becomes this big, gross puddle.
I know.
Oh,
And it is dead.
oh, thank God.
Oops. There we go. Everyone okay? I think though.
I think our dragon buddy here is a little hurt.
Okay. I haven't used the rod on him yet, so I will use a wand of cure critical wounds on Dreo. I think I need to. I don't know. I need to do a. I need to use a use magic device skill check though, and I think I need to be at 20 in order to use it. Yeah, 27.
Cool, easy. You may drop your healing. This is
Dreo heals 32.
And this is where I make the ooze regenerate.
No! I just shoot it with more cold air.
Okay. Dreo heals 32. Nice.
Sorry, I think I used it on Curie and Ellen before, so there.
Sure.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, gentlemen. What now?
Oh,
Well, should we continue now?
yeah, we got to get back through that. Back through that cloudy haze area.
Let's just hope another one doesn't jump out at us.
All right.
I'll dismiss the ice elemental too. By the way.
The ice elemental arrives and it's like, and then it disappears in space.
Oh no!
Oh, sorry.
Poor guy gets summoned from his home plane just to get fucked and disappear.
I'm sorry, but you can go home now.
Also,
Thank
yes,
you.
they are currently separated from Cookie.
Yeah. Oh.
Okay. You make your way to, well, pretty much across to the ledge. Drea will drop everyone off. Which I will drop everyone off. But the ledge is too narrow to continue on for Drea. He will return back to the entrance and await summons for later.
Thank you, Dreo.
Take a good rest, buddy.
All right. Drea away.
Dreo away.
Okay.
I'm just imagining he's actually saying that.
Maybe. Dried and desiccated corpses lay within the chamber in front of you. Stacked against the wall of this chamber like so much cordwood, seated in strange cross-legged positions in a circle, like almost as if their dead bodies were placed in the midst of a chanting ritual. At the center of the chamber is an armored warrior wearing a felt-lined helmet, an axe on the floor at his feet in his hand, clutching a bloody dagger as he stares sightlessly straight ahead. The front of his armor is covered in blood, which is pooled into his lap, a tacky, particularly coagulated puddle.
Henry's gonna walk up to the corpses and just cautiously, like, poke one with the barrel of his gun just to see if it tries to move and attack.
You attempt to do so. However, as this happens, I need you to make me a will save.
Oh God. All right. I gotta check something real quick. All right. This has to go. This is a question I have to ask because it's.
Please do.
Is this going to be from a hag or a witch?
One moment. Michael reading things. Michael reading things. Reading things. Find out
Because
if it's a witch
I
or
have
not.
the witch breaker.
Technically not a witch.
combat- Okay, then it will not matter. Got it.
All right.
Oh boy.
Oh,
31.
it stopped on 2
Oh.
for ages.
Yeah.
Jinx point.
You bastard.
Also, welcome in, Raiders. Oh, is that
Fuck!
Oh,
Well, who's getting shot,
the opposite.
Michael?
that
Who am
will
I being forced to shoot?
Okay, hold on. We'll get this. Okay, so
I don't think I have anything that'll let me... Like, even Surge won't help me with that.
no. Okay. You are the proud owner of the Dominate Monster spell.
Of course! This is the second time!
A grinning specter with mad eyes and blood-red hands emerges incorporeal from the corner of the room. You watch as its hand stretches out these bloody sinew tendrils that attach to Private Allen in a number of different locations, like just over his body, almost like it's controlling you like a puppet. This creature is known as a Dybbuk. not technically a witch, but currently in league and in working for said witches. Each of these tendrils reach out and attach like a tether in a puppet string to your very soul. Your body no longer moves to your own volition. However, you are perfectly and very vividly aware of everything around you.
Oh, so I'm locked in my own body, essentially.
Correct, yes.
Ooh.
Great. Moving without my own doing, but I know what I'm doing.
Yeah.
Oh, love that. Now I get to know that I'm killing my friends.
Yeah. So, at this point, the creature says, "You come seeking the queens of Irisen. Guardians shall not allow ye to pass. Misfortune shall befall the folly of those who seek out power beyond their means. Starting with the death of this one by thine own hands." He takes up his rifle. He places it against his chin.
Oh,
Oh.
It's not gonna make me kill my friends, make me kill myself. Got it.
And there is a click, but nothing happens. She looks angered and twitches again. Again, another click. And you hear a, "Now, I don't know what's come over you, son, but..."
Oh, thank God.
But, yeah, no, I ain't about to blow your brains out. Even if you did leave me for a dog's chew toy. The Dybbuk looked quite angry. It rages and screeches quite loudly at the rest of the group as we will go into initiative.
Oh.
Now, this is kind of an initiative, but also not an initiative, if that makes sense. She is more interested in trying to get you to kill yourselves than she is in trying to attack you. So right now, her focus is on Private Allen. Private Allen, you are forced to throw your gun to one side. As you do so, he slides across the ground. You look in your body for any other weapon you could potentially use to end your life.
Unless I can eat bullets or drink myself to death, I have no weapons.
Not even a knife or a bayonet?
Nope.
Oh.
I lost my bayonet last week.
Oh, you did?
When I threw it for Chief.
Yeah, no,
and
you
he never brought it back.
No, you did. I mean, technically, that was the same thing with Yancey, but, you know.
No, you misheard what I said. You said I threw him. I said I threw the bayonet.
Oh, that's right. I remember.
Him.
That's right. I remember now. Okay.
Henry just starts trying to strangle himself.
Pretty much. I think at this point he is going to... Oh, I know what you're going to do. You're going to try and run yourself off the cliff.
Fine. I've got a 65-foot movement speed.
Go. There you go.
Can I determine if he's being affected by a spell? Obviously, if she's using something on him, but
I think it would
I'm
be
just-
obvious.
no, I know. I'm just determining if I need to make a check or whatever to find out what level that spell is and what it is, because I have an idea of something that might help Alan before he jumps off the cliff.
Well, he's moving off the cliff at the moment. He is presently in that process.
Yeah.
I'm very, very fast.
You guys do get an attack of opportunity if you guys want to take them as Private Allen is running past you.
I do. I want to use Dispelling Strike as part of that opportunity attack.
All right. What melee weapon are you using?
It's not a melee. It's my bow. I can opportunity attack with my bow.
Oh, nice. Cool. All right. Yeah, make your attack. Beck,
As long as he was within 5 feet, I could do it. So, I am going to burn. I have to get because that's why I wanted to find out what level spell this was. But I guess I could just burn my arcane pool. I'm gonna burn 6 points.
Sure.
to make it a level 6. If it's level 6 or under, I dispel it if I
Alright.
hit.
Private Allen, you stop just before you launch yourself off the cliff.
No, I have to hit him with the arrow first.
Very well.
I
You
hit
you him with
35.
the arrow.
Ooh,
Do your
you
damage.
barely hit.
Thwack!
25 points of damage, and if it's less than level 6, the spell is dispelled.
All right. Private Allen, you stop just before you throw yourself off the cliff.
Great. I've got a fucking arrow in my shoulder, but great.
Sorry! I needed to stop you.
Mother
And then I just turn around and I just say,
hurts.
as for you.
There were other ways to stop him. You didn't have to shoot him.
Oh, well.
I could have grabbed him. We could have tripped him. I mean, there's any number of options here. You didn't have to shoot him with
Is
an arrow.
this because I killed your friend in hell?
No, I can
Bastards is
dispel
waiting
magic
for
with a
this.
strike. Oh, God.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is why communicating is very important.
Ugh.
Talking to your friends is important because
Anyway,
everyone has stuff.
She's the one that did that to him, so we gotta...
I did not
Just
shoot
about
him with an arrow.
Yeah, but you were gonna
Definitely
throw
can
himself off the
confirm.
cliff.
Can confirm. Did not shoot him with an
I
arrow.
was gonna say I was gonna just try to grab him with my opportunity attack, just grapple him. You know,
Ugh.
that was my plan.
Dude, I could just heal you. Just get over here.
Wow. Okay, at this point in time, Makar, we're gonna have a moment as you find yourself suddenly hearing a voice in your head. Greetings, Makar. I am Zon-Kuthon, god of pain. Have you ever considered taking a life as a cleric? You cause pain and then you heal it, and that way you can cause more pain. I like it. Look, if you ever decide that you want to traverse the dark path, come see one of my priests.
No! This is an accident. I'm just trying to stop him.
Oh yes, no,
He's under effect of a spell.
we've all had accidents, Makar.
No!
Don't worry. We won't judge you here. We'll celebrate you. You've done a great job. We think you're incredible. Keep doing this.
There's you, there's the red caps. God damn it.
Okay.
To be fair, Makar would make the perfect Zonkatho member with his exploding blood.
Now push him. You can't have him throw himself off the cliff. You need to be the one to make sure. All right. Anyway, Makar, it is your turn. Shoot him
All
again. Shoot. Like, I mean, why waste a high-level healing spell on him when you can shoot him and heal more damage?
I just say to her, I was like, look, I don't know why you're trying to get us to kill ourselves when you can just do it yourself.
Clearly she can't.
Okay, well,
You're doing
Why-
her job for her.
I'm gonna play this one. Just,
I think that's only been used on me any time the card's been played.
Neil.
I don't even need the card. Use it on someone else.
You realize
just
very
kidding.
quickly, as it was pointed out, I don't know why you're using spells to injure people when you can do it yourself. And she looks at you and she says, I don't know why you're using a bow and arrow to injure people when you can do it yourself. That's what you sound like. That's what you sound like. Just in
Did
general.
you too, like?
Anyway.
Oh god.
So besides partially taunting her, what do you do with your turn? And I would like to point out, I'm not trying to be mean to Neil. He is walking headfirst into these, okay? Point this out. I did nothing.
OG makes a point. You walk into the card all the time.
You do. I didn't need to do anything. I'm just standing here minding my own business. How cool guy, try to walk.
They just have to make
private-
boring characters. No, I'm just kidding.
Just do simple shit. Not some ice elementals. Shoot them with your ice fucking sniper rifle.
Anyway.
Simple.
So she's blocking us essentially from trying to get to the Baba Yaga. We're
Nope.
gonna have to deal with her. What?
She's standing in this ritual room minding her business.
Okay. Well, I mean, I guess as long as we don't get near her, we could just kind of mind our way and just. I'm gonna
Neil,
just head this way.
spells exist.
I. At this point, I might as well just say I don't know what to do.
All right, well, Neil. Makar, as you analyze what is going on and how to deal with it, you take a look around. Now, just so that I know what to play with, what does Makar notice about the room as per the description that I made previously?
That it is a. Well, I can see, like, if I move forward, that it kind of does loop around back to the previous
No,
room.
that's not what I meant. Do you remember
Oh,
the big description that I gave? You can't say no. I will read it out again. I'm not trying to. This
Yeah,
isn't,
okay.
this isn't
No.
a fucking pop quiz, okay? I just need to, you know.
Sorry.
Was that you don't remember?
I don't remember.
Okay,
yeah.
okay. So, in this chamber, there are dried and desiccated corpses stacked against the wall, so much cordwood. Now, seated in a circle at the center of this chamber is a group of these skeletons sitting cross-legged. At the center of that circle of rituals is what looks to be a warrior wearing a felt-covered armor that has a knife basically stabbed into his gut. He stares sightlessly ahead, and there is a pool of congealed blood in his
Oh,
lap.
okay.
Okay? So that is what you see. Now,
Okay.
as far as progressing forward, you don't know how to progress forward, but you do see this ritual. There's something odd about it. Now, of course, this guy stabbed himself, and that likely means to you what?
That it was a self-sacrifice ritual.
Try again.
That
What are you dealing
it
with?
was
What are you dealing with this very second?
a god. Oh, well, the some unidentified witch tag thing. That
It's called
thing
a Dybbuk.
that's working
It is
for the
not a witch.
a
it's
Dybbuk. Yes.
Yep.
So, yeah,
And-
I remember you saying that. I
And
just
what
don't
is the
remember
Dybbuk's
name.
mode of killing?
Spells and trying to
again?
get them to kill themselves.
Correct. It's trying to get them to kill themselves. So what does it look like happened to this individual?
They killed themselves. From
So
her.
that means it is a ritual to kill themselves, or
A ritual to no. It is
I'm
a
pointing at the thing.
no. I know. It was made to look like a ritual, but she's getting them to just kill themselves for her.
Ooh, so close. Very close. She did get this guy to try and kill himself. He didn't complete the ritual
Oh,
because she got him to kill himself before the ritual was complete. Cool?
oh,
Good. There you go. So there's something to do with the rune. There's something to do with activating the rune. And if you can do it without the Dybbuk killing you, you can potentially move forward. However, again, the Dybbuk is there. The Dybbuk is likely going to try and kill you. So that is what you
Yeah.
ascertained from looking around. We're going to say that it is your turn to kind of analyze what's going on, but that is where you
Okay.
go. Also, Eric, the DM, good to see you. How have you been? I hope you've been good.
can I bring that up to the group?
Yes, you may.
Okay, yeah. So I definitely say that. That's kind of what was going on. Was that she's trying to get you to kill yourself before the ritual's finished, but something different might happen if we can finish the ritual without
Then
dying.
finish it.
Okay. Henry, you are up next.
Henry's gonna rip the arrow out of his shoulder,
Ah,
and because one of the gun abilities is that I can recall it to my hands.
sure. You pull,
But you did
as you
specify it was a full round action to recall it. So,
I'd say it's a move action. It'd be like drawing your weapon.
okay, then I will rewrite that. All right, then yeah, I'll do that, and I can use the once per day ricochet bullet.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh.
And because I can always draw a line of sight from my allies too.
Nice.
But I have a once per round ricochet bullet. I can hit objects to change the trajectory of the bullet.
Yep.
So I'm gonna shoot here.
Yep.
To bounce it and try to hit her.
Nice. Love it. All right. Make your attack against her. As you pull out your gun, you spin the barrel of the rifle and boom! As it fires, it hits one of the side panels of the rocks.
Hell yeah.
And ricochets outwards, striking the Dybbuk square on, dealing a grand
Ooh,
total
that was
of
almost max.
no
Fuck!
damage.
Whoa.
you hear that coming from the back. Fuck! All right. Also, welcome in, Fem Gamer Party. Good to see you. Hope you're doing well this evening. How was your stream? How was things? Tell me all the stuff. Yes, unfortunately, your bullet flies into her body, and yeah, travels just clean through. Unfortunately.
That was a genuine surprised fuck too, not an angry fuck. That was just like a oh shit.
Okay.
That is it.
Okay, Bectrin, you're up next.
Sweet. Hopefully this is something I can actually fight. Let's find out. All right. Let's see. So I literally just watched this bullet go through this person. Yes, like it just went right through their body.
Correct. It appears to
Oh,
be some
God.
kind of ghost.
Wait, hold on. Because I think it's this one. Oh my God, hold on. I'm trying to find something. Oh no, maybe not. Is it cold iron that helps with that? With incorporeal things?
Sorry, one more time.
Cold iron, is that the thing that you can use to attack incorporeal creatures?
No, usually it's magic items, so it'll do half damage if it's a magic item.
Wait,
Okay, well I have magic items, that works. All right. Bectrin, I guess not thinking clearly because fuck this cavern and all of its horrors that it keeps just throwing at them every 10 seconds, is going to rush towards her and just unleash a barrage of hits, or attempt to.
All right, let's do it. As Bectrin appears next to the ghost, using your danbongs, you begin to unleash a flurry of attacks. Each hit, hopefully, making purchase. Oh, wow, okay.
Whoa.
Lots of... Whoa!
Whoa!
1, 2, 3 critical hits. 2
Wow.
19s and a nat 20. And your other 2 hits also hit. So that's 3 crits and 2 regular hits. All right, let's see them.
All right, and it'll do the crit damage automatically, right? If I just drag it over.
I think
I would
Just
hold down,
one, I
yeah,
think.
just in case, hold down left shift just to get the crits out of the way.
Gotcha.
wait, how many crits did he make?
3.
3.
Are they all nat 20s?
They are not.
Or is it
No.
just- oh.
It was 19, 19, 20.
All right,
Oh.
7
They roll
damage.
20.
5 damage. Dang. 5 damage.
Holy crap.
7 damage. What?
Damn, that resistance is crazy.
Yeah, I know, right? My math is out of here. Okay, anyway, yep. Oh, it's immune to crits because it's a ghost.
Oh.
But, oh.
That'll do it. Yeah.
Yeah, that's why. That's why. I love how I love how my players and I are all equally as surprised by the shit that Fantasy Grounds does. We're like, why is it doing that? Oh, right, it's a ghost. It literally has no critical hit, so that makes perfect sense. All right, and you got one more. I think you got one more, don't you?
Do I? I thought my flurry. No, my
3,
flurry is 4.
Oh, okay, cool.
If
In
I
which
were
case,
if
you
I
know,
were a
but-
true monk, it would be 5.
All right. Unfortunately, no critical hits, but a significant series of damage. Now, you hit, like, all the vital spots that you've been trained to do. You know, you hit the throat, you hit the kidney, you hit the eyes, you know. But, you know, unfortunately, it does not do a great deal of damage, but it does do some. You realize at this point in time, this thing is Ooh, very, 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 very dangerous. Hitting it with your Danbong is probably not going to yield the results that you want.
Does he at least get crit cards?
Nope.
Okay.
If you can't land crits, you can't get crit cards.
Fair enough.
Okay. Hey, Bectrin.
Yes.
Do you want to make me a will save?
Sure, I can do that.
Your target number is 26.
All
as
right.
it uses an ability called Malevolence. Ruh-roh, Raggy.
Not quite.
Do you want to use a hero point or a nat 20?
I'll try a hero point. Why not?
Sure.
Let's give it a shot.
Jake,
Will is
no.
my worst one, so.
Jake's point! No, it's fine. You go for it. Ooh, you make it!
Sweet.
All right. It tried to merge with your body.
Oh,
Oh, that would have been terrible.
Yep.
bad touch.
Well, actually, speaking of which, it does indeed bad touch. As it tried to merge with your body, it deals 16 points of damage as your body is racked in pain and agony. She says, "Leave now." And actually, don't leave. Die. But, you know, also leave. But also die. Leave and die. Ha 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 ha. Fuck your chicken strips. All right. Makar, you're up next.
All right. I would like to try and figure out how this ritual was done so I can try to complete it.
Arcana check, please.
Oh, come on.
You know nothing about this ritual.
I'm a nat 20 it.
Ooh, you know everything about the ritual.
So...
All right.
Makar's just
so
like,
technically
I don't know. Wait
38.
a minute.
Sure.
Yeah.
You using your natural 20, you do know how to complete the ritual. You'll get a plus 10 bonus when using use magical device on the ritual circle. In order to fully activate it, you simply need the right incantation, which you are aware of, and to step into the middle of the circle. At which point you're going to use a use magic device check. Upon a success, you will teleport yourself and your companions elsewhere in the dungeon.
Ooh. Okay, everyone on the circle.
You don't have to
Wherever
be on the
the
circle.
circle
Just
is.
one of you has to be.
Oh, okay. Was it an action to do the Arcana?
It was indeed.
Okay, that I will just move myself over to the circle.
All right. There is a corpse of a guy who has been stabbed, who is just sitting there. A stalwart guardian who is, just corpsed there. You just sort of kick him out of the way.
Sorry, buddy, and I just kind of
Shove the body out of the way. The body clatters on the ground. It falls to pieces.
He's just in the afterlife, like,
seriously,
what a
Makar,
dick.
if you really want to, I can.
No, shut up.
I can pull some strings.
You can talk to me all you want. I've got Saturday on my side.
Oh, Saturday does not want you.
I don't care. Actually, I
just-
do care.
He just gave Zakuta permission to talk to him all he wants.
It's true. He
No, no.
did. Yes. Ha, ha.
Damn
You,
it.
you have just welcomed him.
Makar is
you were
gonna be
claiming.
the conjunction point from all the gods eventually. Just...
All right. Henry Allen, you're up next.
All right. I am going to move away from the edge. First and foremost, if Fantasy Grounds will let me actually move, please. Come on. I said, come on. There we go. That's where I wanted to go. And yeah, there's not too much else that I think I can do. So I want to shoot the ceiling above her. I know she's a ghost, but I
What
kind of
makes you
just want
feel
to like,
better?
yeah, I just want to bring the ceiling down on top of her.
You are aware you share the same ceiling, right?
Just a little bit that's above her.
A teeny bit, yeah. That's it. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Some rocks fall on her. She's just
Yeah.
straight through.
Yeah. I do like that.
Fine. Okay, Vectrin, you're
And
up.
that's it. Just Vector gets a little dirt in his eye.
Yeah, Vectrin just gets some dirt in his eye.
Beckford's not quite sure what the purpose of that was, but hey, here we are.
Yep.
He, oh God, what does he do? Man. 'Cause I was trying to look and see if he had literally anything to help other than, less than half damage from his magical weapons. Man, I don't think I have anything that can actually help here. I'm looking. I don't think I do. Yeah, because I can't even hold her because she's a ghost, so that doesn't work. Man.
Keep distracting her. I'll get her out. I'll get us
I was
out.
gonna say, yeah, literally the only thing I can do is just keep trying to hit her and distract her a little bit because I am doing something to her. That much is noticeable. So yeah.
All right. If you
Vectrin
want to
use
try and
himself as a
actually
distraction.
okay, if you want to get an actual benefit of distraction, make a bluff check.
All right. Bluff. I don't think I'm. Oh God, this is gonna be bad.
Yeah. Okay. No.
Yeah, -1.
Yeah. So you start swinging at her, but there's no real distraction. However, you did buy enough time, though.
Ooh.
You hear an incantation begin. In brightest day. No, it's no, you hear by the fires of Azathoth. In the unholy light that burns within the flames of sin and vice. By powers beyond the damned, old and eternal, as far and as ancient as the darkest of the unmoonlit skies. To those whose fangs and claws feasted upon the flesh of early mankind, to those who far beyond the scope of time will one day feast upon the end of times. I summon forth the endless, incurable hunger. I summon forth the power of feast. And a huge bright light hits this poor woman, who is vulnerable to holy damage.
If only we had a cleric.
As emerging from the other side of the wall, other side of the corridor, is what appears to be Cookie.
Oh,
That's half
Hey,
150.
Cookie.
150 is 70, so 220. So she takes 220 points of damage.
Jesus.
She is dead.
I would hope so. She's a ghost.
Well, she is super deaded.
She's re-dead.
Yeah. As basically all of the basically he casts the heal spell, which does 150 healing on
Dead.
on her. As Cookie finishes up, he has in his hand a spatula and a whisk. As the ritual is as Makar is working on the ritual, Cookie says, "Well, that was the longest shortcut I ever took."
what the heck? How did you get here so quick?
What do you
Quick.
mean?
We
What you mean quick? Cookie didn't get
Oh.
anywhere quick. Cookie worked hard to get where Cookie is. Don't
Took a
undermine
sweet-ass
Cookie's
time.
efforts. Cookie
Okay,
also learned
sorry.
to speak in the third person. Cookie is not well adjusted to dealing with people socially anymore. Cookie has had to do
I was gonna say,
unspeakable
didn't we, like,
things
teleport here?
to reach this location, and Cookie would appreciate it is if you didn't point it out.
Okay.
Cookie.
Great.
What's that character from like Ghosts? It's like patience. Sorry, patience.
I don't know what you're talking
Sorry.
about.
Oh, there's there's a TV series called Ghosts. It was a show from the UK originally, and then they made an American version. They are making an Australian version as well, where a woman who is running an Airbnb can see the ghosts that live in their Airbnb, and in the American version, they come across a settler, like like one of the old pilgrims, named Patience, who's like very much like sin and vice and everything's bad and stuff, and she can cause like the walls to bleed and stuff. Like she's a proper specter and stuff. But apparently she accidentally like fell into a well or something and was wandering underground for ages because she couldn't like get back up, but eventually found her way back. But she had become like mad, so every now and then she just twitches and goes, "Patience, patience." Yeah, it's very funny. I know it's horrible.
Awesome.
It's horrible because it's also very traumatic, but also very funny. Anyway, I digress. Cookie is here.
All right. Well, I mean, get ready. We're about to head somewhere new.
Well, where are we heading?
I don't know, but this will take us there. As I point to the circle.
No, you all eating? You all look hungry.
Maybe we should eat. I'm pretty good, but I think Alan and maybe Bectrin might need some food.
No, I'm good. I think you're the only one that's hungry, Makar.
Didn't I just shoot you?
That doesn't mean that I'm hungry. I'm pissed.
Oh, okay. Well,
I'm starving. What do you got?
Cookie begins to unload a ton of stuff that he has caught inside of these caves. Much of it does not look from your world, but Cookie is definitely figuring out a way to eat them.
it's plasma jelly for peanut butter and jelly sandwich.
All right. Now, again, in case it wasn't clear enough, the DM is offering you guys a chance to have a long rest before whatever happens.
Yeah.
Yes.
Good. Excellent. Long rest it is. You eat food, you long rest, you discuss Makar having shot Private Allen.
I'm sorry, Alan. That was...
You couldn't have thought of anything else.
It's the only way I can't dispel magic like a wizard can.
You could have bonked me on the head with the bow.
I don't think that would have stopped you, but...
You
Oh, I guess...
You could have just let Bectrin do it.
Oh, wait, I guess
That
technically I could have... I'm sorry, I guess I could have changed it into a quarterstaff. I keep forgetting my bow can do that.
Oh,
Again.
now he remembers.
I'm sorry! Look, if it makes you feel better, you can shoot me.
Oh, I will eventually. I guarantee.
Don't do that, like, giant crit thing you do, because that will probably kill me.
Cookie hits you both on the fucking head with a frying pan.
Ah!
Now listen here. Cookie's only gonna say this once. Stop acting like goddamn idiots. You. Yeah, you're all big, mean, and scary. You got guns. I get it. Everyone's big, mean, and scary. Y'all don't have to prove it. You can handle a little thing here and there. How about trying to say thank you before you jump off no damn cliff, okay? Wasn't his fault Dybbuk did what he did. Sure, he shot you in the shoulder, but what? You sensitive suddenly princess, huh? You got soft skin, boy?
Pokes himself. I mean, kind of, yeah.
He hits you again with a frying pan.
I don't know how to do math.
Now y'all say thank you for saving your goddamn life. Go on now.
Thank you.
You! He hits you with a frying pan again. He says, You got friends to help you. Stop trying to do everything yourself. You may be about as smart as a mouse getting trapped in a big burlap sack filled with cats. But that don't mean you can't compensate for some of the stupid things you try to do with your friends. Huh? You think you can do everything yourself? Huh? You want to try your hand at cooking? He hands you the frying pan.
I'll grab
Fucking
the
touch my
pan.
frying pan. He hits you again in the face. Learn your lesson. Stop trying to do everything yourself. Try talking to your teammates. Maybe there's something they can do that you can't. And you know what? That's okay. Let them do their thing. Shut the fuck up, sit back, and you support them the best you can. Stop having everyone cover up your damn mistakes. He hits you with the frying pan again. All I want to hear from you next is yes, Cookie.
Yes, Cookie.
Good. And you. He looks at you, Becker, and he says, you want gravy on that?
Oh my God, yes, I love gravy.
He pours gravy on your roast.
Oh, thank you. That looks amazing.
Cookie goes back to cooking. Kyria is just quietly like, just don't notice me. All right. After stern word from Cookie, our heroes gather up. Fully, there is a drill sergeant character, by the way, Eric. It is the sentient gun run by Private Allen. Yeah, it is a drill sergeant. Cookie is based off Cookie from the Atlantis Disney movie. Also, just a thing.
Yes.
So, you gather around, and Makar begins the incantation. You begin to feel yourselves swelling, and you feel yourselves glowing with magic and energy. As your bodies leave this chamber, you find yourself in a sandy, craggy room. All around you, a wind that seems to come from everywhere and nowhere blows around the very silted sand that is here. Small, burning gas vents provide a very dim illumination in this otherwise vast chamber. It is noticeably warmer here, the walls broken and crumbling. A rising series of crags seem to skirt around the edges of this chamber, some climbing nearly to the ceiling. The floor is covered in sooty black sand that is interspersed with chunks of very brittle stone. Near the bottom seems to lie near the bottom of the room, which I'm going to say is about here, lies the smoldering carcass of some large humanoid creature. There's another corpse here, one less badly burned, which is wedged among rocks at the base of a nearby crag. And to the far north of where you are, a large pair of bright bronze doors. One of them stands slightly ajar.
Ooh.
What do you do?
Well, who wants to go first? Not me again.
I vote Vectrin.
Well,
He seems
because
to be
you
good at-
voted, Vectrin, you go first, now,
Oh,
Makar.
God damn it.
It's fine. I
I
can
just
go
figured
first.
because Vectrin is good at smashing things, so it's. But yes, I can back you up if you need it for
Perception
sure.
checks from everyone.
Uh-oh.
Alrighty.
God damn it.
Let's see. Do-do-do. Oof.
Jeez.
All right. Henry, you hear breathing coming from behind you.
Oh, fuck. Henry just slowly turns around.
As you do so, you hear two voices beginning to speak. Two? Give me a second. Yes, two voices beginning to speak. Well, isn't that rather considerate, brother? They are discussing among themselves who goes first. Yes, indeed. Not often prey finds themselves so considerate. Behind you, large looming figures begin to make their way down the crags in your direction. Scaled, clawed, and fanged. A terror in their eyes as these horned creatures with serpentine bodies crawl from their perches down onto the black sand. They rise their chests, lifting their heads high, nearly to the ceiling, as they gaze upon you. Makar, you, and actually Bectrin as well, recall the skeleton of one of these creatures in the pit that you dealt with back where you met Bectrin, in fact, in the witch's, the Maiden Mother Crone vault, if you remember, that large pit that was there.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
It had the blue dragon scales at the bottom, didn't it?
Correct, indeed. And these are the creatures to whom the scales you found belong. These are not mere lizards, nor giant serpents. They are far more dangerous and deadly than any dragon, a creature from an ancient past, the progenitor of dragons. You find yourself face to face with 2 cairn linorms.
Oh, damn.
And that is where we're going to end today's session. Thank you very much, everyone, for listening. I hope you guys had a great time. I hope you guys enjoyed yourself. Also, welcome in, Pebbles. Good to see you. How hope you're having a wonderful night, wherever it is you are, whatever you guys happen to be doing. Prototype dragons. Yeah, basically, in the world of Pathfinder, there was a place known as the First World, the land of the fairies and the like. When it was created, basically the gods played around in the First World to try and figure out what they wanted to do when they effectively went to publishing and actually made Galarian. So dragons originally came from the Linorms. So there you go. That is where it began. So yeah, there you go. That's it. Next week, Linorms, Danger, Devastation, and much more. So be sure to tune in. Thank you to my wonderful players. Thank you to my lovely audience. Thank you to everyone who came, followed, donated to the stream. To our raiders from RPG Dinosaur Bob and Fen Gamer Party. Thank you so much for coming and hanging out with us today. As always, guys, my name is Michael. I'm the Dead Aussie Gamer. This is my place. This is my face. You can find it here a number of times during the week. We'll be back on Friday for the 7 Dooms of Sandpoint with, of course, our dear friend Neil once more. And then we'll be back on the weekend for the Pray for Death, which will feature Lucas, a.k.a. Bectrin, a.k.a. Mr. Game and Art. And then we will be back for Gatewalkers later on, which again will feature Neil. And then Monday for Curse of the Crimson Throne, which is where we will see Marcus again. As all of these epic adventures are brought to you by, like I mentioned, my Patreons and the people who support us. Now, this time slot, whichever one Reign of Winter is in, is looking for new players as well. So if you are interested in joining us and perhaps coming on the table, once we reach we are actually getting quite close to the end of this campaign, and we're gonna be looking at like what to do in the next thing. So it's a great time for you guys to decide if you guys want to join in and have a bit of fun. So if that's something you want to consider, let me know. Hit me up. Let me know. All right. Till then, guys. My name's Michael. I'm the Dead Aussie Gamer. Stay safe. Stay wonderful. Be kind to each other because why the fuck not? It's free. And until we meet again, game hard or die trying. Good night, folks.
Bye, everyone.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.